A new study by the Canadian Centre for Activity and Aging in London has good news for older adults. It is possible to cut the risk of becoming dependent in later life, but you're going to have to work at it. Pat Jefflin has this close-up look at using exercise to stay younger.
Slide all the way to the back.
The Canadian Centre for Activity and Aging in London is studying what determines who will become dependent in old age. They recruited people randomly in the age range from 55 to 85. They interviewed them at length and tested them physically for 3 hours each.
We'll use these to measure your heart rate during the test.
All the participants had to be living independently, and they had to be able to walk 80 meters, a little less than the length of a football field.
What we're going to use this for is to measure your oxygen uptake, your CO2 production, your ventilation, things like that.
The study also examined participants' strength and their level of activity. Of the 232 people who were still living after 8 years, about 1 in 5 had become dependent.
After accounting for differences in age between the independent and dependent group and differences in disease patterns, the most critical variable was their cardiorespiratory fitness.
According to Dr. Patterson, it's so critical, in fact, that fit people are just half as likely to become dependent as those who are unfit. Strength in the lower leg also turned out to be an important factor. Weaker people were 30% more likely to become dependent. Surprisingly, the study found that just being active does not cut your risk of becoming dependent in later life. In fact, a person can be very active without having cardiovascular fitness or muscle strength. And those are the areas that really count. The people who follow exercise programs at this center have taken the fitness message very seriously.
I'm an active 61 and I hope to remain active a long time. That's why I'm here.
I just feel so much more alive and more energy and really enjoying it.
I certainly hope I can stay independent and until the end, actually.
I didn't like gyms, I didn't like exercise.
Shirley Gladwell was a late convert to the importance of exercise. She spent her first 62 years in a sedentary existence, but then she began to feel lethargic.
I was getting to feel lazy, like having afternoon naps, for heaven's sake. And
that's when she decided to join an exercise program.
5 weeks, I toughed it out, loathing every minute of it, but I finished it. I put everything I had into it. The 6th week, I came, and I guess the endorphins kicked in because I was hooked.
Elfrida Malone began exercising here 8 years ago because of her excruciating lower back pain. The drugs her doctor prescribed didn't help, but exercise has.
I'm not being on drugs anymore for the last 4 or 5 years. That is gone. So I lost a lot of weight.
John Dollar had a heart attack 3 years ago. He felt very old when he first came here.
I was very, very limited what I could do. But with the exercise program and it's really helped me, that I can do pretty well anything I want right now.
Dollar feels and looks much younger than his 71 years now.
The specs here, they give you a more or less analysis of your body and so on. And when they did mine, they said I was a male of 56. So I was very pleased with that.
Even people in their 80s and 90s can improve their cardiorespiratory fitness and strength. Nelsie Whedon began strength training last September to help with leg pain, and it has helped. She doesn't like to reveal her age, though.
I won't see 80 again.
You're kidding.
That's what everybody says. Maybe it's all that exercise I've been doing over the years.
Exercise, I'm admitting, is really, really important for a quality life. That's what I want, quality of life.
The key is, at any age, or particularly if you've reached age 65 or 70, it's not too late to start a brisk walking program, to do some strength exercises, to join a Get Fit class for older adults. And if you do, this study says you can reduce your risk of becoming dependent in the next 8 or 10 years by about a half.
Despite the clear advantage that it brings, there's a high dropout rate in the early weeks of most exercise programs for seniors. The experts here recommend a 2 or 3 month course to begin. Once seniors become fit, they have more energy to do what it takes to stay that way. Pat Jefflin, CBC News, London.